Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. Alright, we're going to do something that I haven't done in my house in, well, a long time. I never even did this in California in my house there. Last time I had a tree in the house was when I was in an apartment, and that was like in the early 90s. So I decided this year, since I'm kind of getting into the Christmas spirit, what with a train, and I always decorate outside, this year I decided I want to put a tree up inside. And a number of years ago, probably 10 or 12 years ago, my parents gave me one of their artificial trees that they weren't using anymore. They were starting to scale back a little bit and wanted something a little bit smaller. And I've had that thing ever since. It's never been out of the box. But this year we're going to try and put it up. Now, I'm going to have to be really careful because I don't know how the cats are going to deal with this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the tree together, and we're just going to leave the tree up by itself without any ornaments, without any lights or anything on it, and we're going to see how the cats deal with it. I'm kind of hoping that at 15 plus years of age, they're going to probably try and resist the urge to climb it, but I don't know what's going to happen. So anyway, let's put the tree together. First thing I got to do is bring it all in. All right, now I got to admit, I have never ever opened this thing up, so I just figured it was going to be a center bar and a whole bunch of branches that you stick into the center bar. It actually turns out it's just 3 pieces that get attached to each other. So that's going to make the setting up process a little bit easier. I also found something else that I wasn't aware of that was in there that my dad obviously put in there, maybe just for storage purposes. And that's this kind of, this thing here. Like I said, it's a little pine cone tree. I decided to set it up on the table here. It's got lights and I don't know, all sorts of little red things that look like jalapeno peppers, which seems a little out of character for something from my dad, but I thought that's kind of cool, and I think we're just going to leave that there for now. What do you think? All right, so those 3 pieces actually went together pretty quickly. Had to center up the bolt on the bottom there, and because the tree was leaning. And right now I think I got to go around and just kind of straighten out some of the branches. This thing's been in a box for 10 plus years, and it needs a little bit of shaping, but I think it'll do all right. And honestly, I'm looking at it right now. The branch density may be a little too thick for the cats to get into it, so you know, we'll see what happens. But at this point, I got to do a little shaping, and we'll see where that leads us. So I spent a little time kind of fluffing up the tree, sitting in a box for the past 10 years. All these branches kind of got curled up and didn't look very natural initially. I think it looks a lot better now. Still probably going to end up having to fluff up a little of the branches here, but like I said, at least it looks like kind of a normal tree now. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put that into this corner here. I'll probably leave that thing there, but I'm going to probably move the telescope into the guest bedroom for now, just to kind of get it out of the way, and then we'll have the tree up against the wall there. Like I said, I'm not going to put any lights or ornaments on it at this point because I want to see what the cats are going to do with it, and if they're going to knock it to the ground, I'd rather have it fall down like this when there's nothing on it than end up taking a whole bunch of ornaments with them and maybe doing a Christmas vacation type of adventure with electric lights and stuff like that. So we'll move this into the corner, and I am going to show you some of the ornaments I have, because I got some kind of cool stuff that will ultimately go on the tree. Alright, so when I was in the garage the other day, I found that I had about 5 boxes of Christmas stuff, and every time I found a Christmas box, I kind of moved it into the house here and kind of put it under the table. See, that's the beauty of this, having the table extend out a lot more. I can like hide stuff under there when the Christmas season is around. So, you know, things that either normally would be on the table, if the table were in its normal configuration, you know, like my beer bottles and my Guided by Voices book and stuff like that back there, that can go under there when it's not being used, but I'm also using it to store the boxes of things. And if I actually put like something, some sort of a drape in front of it to cover that all up, then that's the perfect hiding spot. But anyway, I brought in a bunch of boxes. I found all these boxes in the garage that had Christmas stuff in them and brought them in, and I've kind of been through all of them now, and I actually got a pretty decent selection of stuff to put up. You know, just some kind of traditional ornaments, kind of the glass ceramic-y balls and things like that. Some clear balls, a couple of, let's see if we can get things to focus here. Come on, focus for me. You can do it. There you go. Different ornaments over the years. I was always really into birds when I was a kid. So my parents would always find like bird ornaments or stuff like that. A couple of collector's art ornaments I got from Disney. And as they started getting cheaper as the years went by, then they started giving you the little metal ones and stuff like that. But I got a few of those. Some kind of collectible things that my parents got from Costco. I'm actually kind of interested. Looks like these are tiny little snow globes in there. So, yeah, it might be one of those things that you plug into a light and that heats it up and creates the snow movement in there. Now, one thing I knew I had, and I was looking forward to finding it again, is this. Hallmark Corporation used to release limited edition Star Trek ornaments every year for a while. And for a long time, my father and I, who were both into Star Trek, he would go buy two of them, one for his tree and one for my tree. And these are all, like I said, limited edition. Most of them have never even been out of the box, but I got all sorts of ships and stuff like that. Very, very cool. That one there is the Star Trek First Contact Enterprise, because the Enterprise D was destroyed in the previous movie, and so they had to have a new one. So this is the Enterprise E, and that was kind of cool. This is the original Enterprise D, which was Star Trek The Next Generation, Runabout, Delta Flyer from Voyager. This is a shuttlecraft from Captain Kirk era Star Trek, and this one there's a little button on it you can press and you can hear Spock talk, so that's kind of cool. A Romulan warbird. I have a Klingon bird of prey. The future Star Trek Enterprise. In one episode they open up a portal into multiple alternate realities. In one of them there is a Star Trek Enterprise with a third nacelle on the top, so that was done to commemorate that. We got an old style Klingon battle cruiser here, a Vulcan ship, a Borg cube. This one actually lights up and talks too, which is kind of cool. Over here I've got Deep Space Nine from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. I don't even remember this ship, but this is from Star Trek Nemesis. They call it the Scorpion. I don't remember. I'll have to go watch that movie again and refresh my memory of which one the Scorpion is. Although it does look like they got Captain Picard and Data in the cockpit, so it must have been something that they were flying at one point. There's a USS Defiant from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. The Star Trek Voyager ship, the Voyager, USS Voyager. A scene from Wrath of Khan with the crew members on the bridge of the Enterprise. There's the first replacement of the Enterprise. This isn't the one that Kirk flew, but the one after. Well, Kirk flew this one because this one was destroyed in one of the movies. The original one from the TV series was destroyed in one of the movies, so they came up with a new one for that. There's another one from Wrath of Khan. That's the USS Reliant. So those are all very, very cool. Like I said, collector's items. They were only released one year and then never released again. Most of these, like I said, are probably very valuable because they haven't been removed from the box. And then, of course, there's also some more. I got a couple Star Wars one. That's a TIE fighter. This one's called The Adventure Begins. It's got the Millennium Falcon. It looks like they're leaving Tatooine. And got a Imperial shuttle there. So that's kind of cool. And once again, these have never been out of the box either. But then I got some just kind of old family traditional ornaments here. This one, apparently, according to the markings on the back, it's from my grandparents for my first Christmas in 1964. So they gave me that. Different ornaments here that kind of represent different eras in my life. I remember these were on the trees a lot when I was a kid. I remember this on the tree a lot. these wooden ornaments here. I don't know, do they have any markings on the back? No, but those look like they were hand painted. Very cool. Been around for a long time. That one says 1976 for the year. So a lot of these have, like I said, been around for a while now. I think this is relatively new. Let's see. But yeah, it looks like it's a limited edition something. It's got a limited edition number on the back of it. So I don't know. We're gonna make something, make use of these. I think we'll put them on the tree at some point. But I think we're gonna hold off on doing that too much now until I find out how the cats are gonna deal with the tree, because this is going to be the one issue here. Do the cats leave this alone and just enjoy it for the fact that there's something ironic in the house? Or are they going to be at the top of this thing and then the tree is going to be laying on the ground? Time will tell. Stay tuned. And while it's still raining a little bit, this has been a nice little storm. We've gotten almost 2 inches of rain. I'm looking like about 1 3/4 inches right now, and it's still raining and it's supposed to continue for a while. So I hope this continues. We really need it. And the truth is, I don't just hope that it continues raining because we need it. I hope it continues raining just because I love it when it rains. So I think that's all that I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Merry Christmas.